So, if I'm being honest, it really started from the song Claire de Lune, which is featured in the first 2 minutes of my movie. And I really enjoyed the pacing and the building of the song. I really got inspired from this, and I wanted to take that and turn it into a film.
Psychological thriller with a mental illness is what I needed.
There's so many films about schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, so I set out to research something that was rare but just as eerie and almost unrealistic, but was real. I researched Capgras syndrome. I decided on it, and then I began to start my research on how sound can really change one clip, the same clip. I found lots of YouTube videos, and I worked on a lot of research for other film openings and other films and how they develop their plot and how they develop the opening, because I believe the opening sets the mood for the entire film. So after about 2 weeks of research, I had an idea of what I wanted to do with the plot, but I decided to write it down, get it finalized, and then I began to storyboard. I planned it every 10 seconds. I planned what I wanted to film for each 10 seconds. And then I started working on my script, which took me forever. But I'm really glad I spent my time and I took the time to do all that, to get my thoughts planned out so the filming process could be so much smoother. I had to take into mind that I could not film the fighting scene with my main actor. She didn't know how to fight, and I wanted to make it look as real as possible. So I got a family friend who does MMA fighting, and I got him and his wife, which is my sister, to help film this scene. But how do you film a scene with 2 different actors? So I set a plan to, never gonna show her face, she's gonna be in a hoodie and sweats, but how is it gonna be her? That's where all of the clothing design comes in. The house location was filmed first, and once we got all those clips, we had 14 minutes of raw footage for what I wanted to be a 2-minute intro, and it came together very nicely. So I started editing that before I actually filmed the fight scene, just to get a jump start, plan out the backbone of what I really wanted to create and develop, and see if I was missing anything, which thankfully I wasn't. I filmed the fight scene a week later, and we filmed it in this grungy basement in Colorado, and I really liked the lighting and the clips I got. When I originally got the clips, they were very grungy and bad quality, but with just simple editing effects, they were great. But I really think what brought my production process together was all these different perspectives on what I should do to help make my film better. They really just brought it all together. Hi, I'm the editor in Collapsia, and I want to just come in and explain how all my struggles I had to go through to really bring this production together. Some really cool effects I found on Adobe Premiere. There's one reverb effect that made everything sound mystic and far away and eerie. So I would clip those and fade those into the actual sound during the flashback parts, which I feel it really just brought it together for me. In my pre-production process, I used Blogger to write my process down. I additionally used the website Celtics to help create my script. It was a very good website. It teaches you how the correct formatting of a script. I'm the cinematographer in the film Collapsia, and I'm going to explain some of the hardware we used to help film this scene. When we filmed, we didn't have a camera to use. We were using an iPhone stand, not even a tripod. We didn't have a dolly. We didn't have any props to use, so we found this rolling tray that could lift up and down, and it actually worked quite well. But the sound quality, we didn't even use a microphone. It came straight from the iPhone camera. And it was beautiful. And the software I used was an Adobe Premiere Pro. I have a certificate in this app. It really helped in my process. And if there's something I don't know how to do, YouTube. How I got the sound completely copyright free, I got it off of freesound.com. There's a whole archive of sounds to use.
All of these online softwares and hardwares really brought my project together to be the best it could be.